Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through sources, pull out the key insights, and help you get informed fast. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a really influential sacred text, the Devi Bhagavata Purana. We got some great excerpts here from Devi Bhagavata Purana.pdf, which are a fantastic way into this world. Our mission really is to unpack where this text came from, its core ideas, and why it's still so significant, especially how it glorifies the divine feminine. You'll find out why people thought this was crucial, even after massive works like the Mahabharata were written, and what it might mean for us today.
Okay, let's get into it. We start with a major figure, the great sage Vyasa. Just imagine you've composed the Mahabharata, the Brahma Sutras, lots of Puranas, huge achievements, but you still feel dissatisfied, like something's meant. It sounds like a real spiritual void.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Here's Vyasa, the sage of knowledge, feeling like his work isn't quite whole. It really shows that even having vast amounts of sacred knowledge might not be enough if, a fundamental piece is missing.
Right, so what was that missing piece if it wasn't just more knowledge? Well, that's when the divine sage Naradi steps in. He's known for his insight. He visits Vyasa, sees this unrest, and basically tells him gently, look, you haven't really glorified the Devi, the Divine Mother, properly. Without understanding Shakti, he says, no knowledge is truly complete. Nothing really bears fruit.
Wow. So that insight then led to something more direct. Vyasa meditated, he prayed. It wasn't just an idea he had, was it? It was an actual encounter.
Oh, much more than just a vision. Devi Bhagavati herself,
Hmm.
she appeared to him in this incredible form, radiant like 1,000 suns, they say, but also soothing like the moon, a real paradox. And she didn't just appear. She blessed him with divine sight, with deeper knowledge. And then she instructed him, compose a Purana entirely about me, to reveal her true nature, her divine play, her supreme status.
So a direct divine mandate.
Exactly. That's the origin story. That's why the Devi Bhagavata Purana exists.
That's quite something. So, the Devi Bhagavata Purana, or Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, was one of the major Puranas. But with that kind of origin, how does it really stand apart from, say, other Puranas?
The main difference is focus. Many Puranas center primarily on Vishnu or Shiva, right? This one, though, unequivocally praises the goddess Devi, Shakti in all her forms. It asserts that she is the ultimate reality, not just a consort or a secondary power, but the Supreme Brahman itself.
The Supreme Brahman.
Yes. That's the absolute core of Shakta philosophy, which this text embodies. She's the source, the sustainer, the dissolver, everything.
Okay, so that's a huge philosophical statement. How does that translate into the actual text, its structure, its content?
Well, it's a substantial work. It has 12 skandhas or cantos, over 18,000 verses. And within those verses, you get everything. Deep spiritual teachings, cosmology, how the universe works according to this view, mythology, rituals, loads of stories. It teaches devotion, bhakti, specifically to the goddess. But it doesn't stop there. It weaves in jnana, knowledge, and karma, right action. It's holistic.
And how does it describe the goddess herself? You mentioned many forms.
Right. It presents her as the primordial energy, Adi Shakti, the source from which even the Trimurti Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, emerge. She's shown as both Saguna with form, like Durga battling Maheshasura, or the gentle Lakshmi, and also Nirguna formless, beyond all attributes, the transcendent absolute.
So both immanent and transcendent.
Exactly. Present in everything, yet beyond everything. It gives you, the seeker, multiple ways to connect, whether you relate more to a personal deity or a formless absolute.
That makes sense. Now, Puranas are famous for their stories. They make these big ideas more accessible, right? What are some of the key tales in the Devi Bhagavata? The ones people really know and revere?
Oh, definitely. The story of Devi Durga defeating the buffalo demon Maheshasura is central. It's incredibly powerful symbolism for conquering the ego, ignorance, inner demons. Then there are stories like King Harishchandra's ordeal, focusing on truthfulness, and the story of Sati and Shiva, which is foundational for understanding the Shakti Pithas, the sacred sites of the goddess. Also, the text really details the glories of Devi Lalita Tripura Sundari. She embodies beauty, grace, and cosmic power.
So these aren't just myths in the popular sense.
Not at all. They're like living blueprints. They show how divine feminine energy actively shapes reality, overcomes chaos, and offers paths to transformation both cosmically and, personally.
Okay, moving from the stories to the philosophy, what about its relevance today? For you listening now, how does it connect to everyday life?
I think one of the most radical and, frankly, beautiful teachings is how accessible the goddess is meant to be. The text insists she isn't just in temples or high heavens. She resides in the hearts of all beings. And it goes further. Every woman is considered a manifestation of Devi. The earth itself is her form.
Every woman and the earth.
Yes. So it makes you think, doesn't it? If you really take that on board, how does that change how you interact with people, with the planet?
That's a profound shift in perspective, not just an ancient idea, but something very immediate. So if the divine feminine is right here, woven into life, what does the text say about spiritual growth, liberation, moksha?
It encourages you to awaken that inner power, that Shakti within yourself. The paths it emphasizes are bhakti devotion, that loving connection, dhyana meditation, turning inward, cultivating awareness, and siva selfless service, action done without expecting reward.
So not just withdrawal from the world.
No, not necessarily. Liberation, it suggests, can come through loving surrender to the Divine Mother right in the midst of life. It's about finding that connection through your actions, your thoughts, your feelings. It's very integrated.
What an incredible overview, from Vyasa's own quest for completeness to this direct instruction from Devi Bhagavati herself. This deep dive really shows how this text came about through, well, divine grace, it seems, reminding people about the power and presence of the Divine Mother.
Absolutely. And it's not just a historical text. It continues to be a guide for many seekers. It offers this sense that within the mother's embrace, fear can dissolve. You can find your place, your home.
So as you go about your day, here's something to maybe reflect on, drawn from our dive today. If the goddess truly resides not just out there, but in the heart of every being, if every woman is seen as her manifestation, how might that awareness actually change your daily interactions, your relationships, and what about the earth? If you see it as her sacred form, does that shift your appreciation, maybe even your responsibility towards it? Something to consider.